Sometimes things just get a little overwhelming, and I have to be grateful for what I do have. Today is 2 weeks after my husband fell. He actually fell 3 times. The first time he fell on his shoulder, and we went to the hospital for that. That was got like a very, very huge bruise. And the second time he fell on his face. And then the third time he fell into the closet. 2 times he went to the hospital. All times he broke the skin. And, he generally got fucked up. So I have to be grateful because today he is out. He is out without me. He's out with a friend, and I'm very, very happy about that. And I started the morning kind of laughing to myself because when I woke up, you wake up and you're like, stumble to the bathroom. I stumbled to the bathroom, and there was peanut butter on the sink faucet, and there's peanut butter on the thing, the knob that turns the water on. And then I went into his room to see what peanut butter damage was in the bedroom. And, there was a plate that was just, you could just see, he scooped out the peanut butter and saturated it with whipped cream, and he had himself a little fiesta. And I laugh, I get mad because it's like, all right, your weight is up, you need to not do that. But then I laugh because these are the things that give him pleasure. So how can I really get angry at him for that when there are so many other things that I ride him about? And I kind of made a decision a few days back that and I was talking to the caretaker about it because she was complaining that he was, he's become very needy. And I said, he's scared. If anything, he is scared. He is scared to walk, which is why I'm so grateful that he's out today. He is scared to walk. He is scared to fall. This past week full of falls and blood and pain and pills and sleeplessness because he's full of fear. I have to be grateful. So I said to her, listen, we have to really listen to him more and be more compassionate. I'm not saying let him get away with the baloney that he tries to pull, but definitely don't try not to get mad and try not to say that you're not going to do it, because I understand the position that we're in with caretakers is that the level of caretaking that he needs or what's provided by the state are actually two different things. So with Parkinson's, you freeze and you can't move. It's like you become a mummy within yourself, or a fucking you're paralyzed until either the medicine kicks in and then you can move again. But what that means is that if you're laying on your side and you're frozen, then you can't move and you're very, very uncomfortable. And you need someone to help you move, which means or includes lifting. The level that he's provided by the level of caretaking that the state offers does not include lifting. He is a no lift patient. So let's say he falls on the floor. Let's say he needs to get up from the toilet. Let's say he's in the middle of the hallway and he's just locked. The caretaker cannot move him. Now, the beautiful thing about the woman that I've had with us for 2 years, she's always participated. She's always been able to do that. She's a very strong woman. She's like a Viking. She's very strong. And we love her for that. Only now she has, she's got a fucking hernia. So now she can't do it. So, she's holding her stomach and she's like, oh, I can't, and I know I'm working with that because I know that if I say to her, listen, we're going to need to replace you, the state's only going to provide us someone that does less. And that's not good because most of the people that are employed by the state, and yes, I will make this generalization, are doing it for the dollar. They are not doing it because they love to do it. Most of these people want to sit in the house because their patients are vegetables and they're not moving, and they will bring them a cup of soup and they will bring them a cup of coffee, but they cannot physically move them. They cannot clean them. And that's what he, I don't want to say that that's what he needs, but when those times are amongst us, the extra assistance is always appreciated. So I'm not really sure where I was going with this, but so I just want to say that I'm proud. I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him, and because of that, I want to. Yeah, I'm proud of that because he's rebounded. He has rebounded so many times. He is a survivor, and that's what's so important. That is one of the things that I love about him, that I really want to, like, keep pushing for, but not yelling at, if that makes sense. I do. I yell so much. I mean, I just got a big fucking mouth. And it's sometimes it's not attractive, but that's another thing that I'm just noticing. Like, if someone were to say to me, what do you feel is the worst thing about caretaking? I could say that I've lost my femininity, because I feel like I have to become like a bull, like I'm picking up and I'm moving furniture and I'm moving a human being and I'm cleaning and I'm, like more things, not cleaning like dusting. Let's just be specific. It's not cleaning like dusting. Far from it. Use your imagination. Don't make me go into details on that one. But, like trying to be the cheerleader in fucking overalls, in like a utility belt. I got it. I got this. I got that. And then like the creative ways that you have to be to like get someone into a bathroom and move them around. And, while like levels of embarrassment are now pushed aside because nothing matters anymore except getting him where he needs to be, when he needs to be, and so that he's doing it without injury. So we posted online that this shit happened to him, 3 injuries, 1 week. And of course there were people like, this is fucking bullshit. He needs a welfare check. Like, really? Why don't you come to the house? Why don't you see how clean this house is and how the medicine's all arranged and how I'm going from dollar to dollar to make this shit, feasible, and you want to tell me that you need a welfare check? Bring it on. Bring those people into this house and they will see how I am. We are all doing our best. It's just, it's so much. Every day it's so much. So to circle back to the peanut butter on the faucet in the bathroom, it kind of brought me a little bit of pleasure because that means that he was up last night. And that means that he was quiet and he didn't fall and he got himself some whipped cream and some peanut butter and he made himself a snack. And he is alive to tell me about it in the morning and be, a little joyous. And I was able this morning to go out and do some sports. So I'm feeling pretty good. So it's like, like compared to the past 2 weeks, it's like peanut butter on the faucet. Then I got to play sports. Now he's out with his friends and I'm vacuuming and I'm doing laundry and I got my puppy hanging out on the couch and I'm doing this podcast, and it just seems like I have a lot of things to be grateful for, and I'm no longer going to be like, I'm so sad. I am so sad, because that's a true fucking feeling that is so real, but it doesn't live here in my body. The part that's living in my body is trying to get through this, trying to keep him alive, trying to have positivity throughout my fucking day, trying to get a better job, trying to make some money, trying to sell. Oh, by the way, I am selling t-shirts. So I think maybe on the next podcast or so, I'll start putting up the links for what I'm selling. And that's really it. All right, that's all I got to say today. I'm grateful. Oh, and just to clarify, my caretaker wasn't complaining. She was sharing. She shares, and sometimes her sharing is a little too much. But I just, I just have to say, listen, he is a human being and he is a man, and he is a man that wants to live. So let's just try to be more compassionate, because as I said to her, I said, listen, his brain is not 100%. Your hearing, meaning her, your hearing is not 100%, and my fucking tolerance is not 100%. So everybody needs to work together better. Everybody needs to be more compassionate. Take your 5-minute breaks. Take your 5-minute breaks. You got a bad fucking vibe going on, take it outside, have a cigarette, and don't bring it back into the house and be angry. Take the dog for a walk. Give him a fucking cup of coffee with a little extra sugar. Make everybody happy, including yourself. And that is the message for today. Be a caretaker, be a loving caretaker, be a fucking angry caretaker, but be grateful. Just be grateful. All right, bye.